Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from ElizabethMSnyder.com. I'm so excited you're here today. I got to tell you about a great book I read. It is called Why Now is the Time to Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuck. You may have heard of this book, maybe you've already read the book. Awesome, leave me a comment, tell me what you thought. But if you haven't read this book and you are already online, you've got a business online and you think, oh, I already know about online business and what to do, I still think you should read it. It's really short, really concise. It took me like 2.5 hours to read last night. I just inhaled it. His writing style is really easy to read and really fun to read, really exciting to read, because he's excited about this and he's so passionate about sharing with everybody why he thinks, he believes that the way the internet is right now, the way social media is, the old ways of doing business are becoming obsolete fast. News media, journalism, all those things, everything's changing. So this book really gives you a great idea if you don't already have a great idea. And I had some idea, but it's great clarity he gives in this book about how things are changing and what you can do to get involved, how you can benefit from this. And not just monetarily, but to be happy. Because how many people are really happy about their jobs? Just on Facebook this morning, on my personal Facebook site, I can tell you how many people were bitching and complaining about having to go back to work today. It was Labor Day yesterday, so there were a lot of posts about, oh, it feels like Monday, but it's Tuesday. Well, I can't wait till Friday. And Gary Vaynerchuck is saying in this book, you know, it doesn't have to be that way. You could be loving what you're doing online. So if you're thinking to yourself, I have no idea how what I love to do could possibly translate to an online presence and make money for me in my life, that is totally explained here. And you still, you know, I don't know if you'd still not believe it after reading it, but you'd at least know exactly what's going on. So the book is really, like I said, it's really concise. He's brilliant about packing completely relevant, pertinent, important information into the fewest amount of words possible. So you won't be wasting your time when you read this book. He doesn't get into the technicalities of here's how you set up your blog. He says you need to set up a blog. There are a ton of resources, now go get it. He says you need to use Facebook, you need to use Twitter, but he doesn't go into the intricate details of how to utilize each of those sources. He peppers throughout great little tidbits about people to follow, people to watch. He talks at one point about social media sites that he's keeping his eye on because they're not really heavily trafficked at this time, but he thinks they might pick up. So if you can get in the game on those now, you know, who knows where you might be. The other thing for me that was refreshing is that I've been reading a lot of books about like The Secret and Eckhart Tolle books, kind of the more metaphysical, woo-woo stuff about visualizing, meditating, and all of that is great, don't get me wrong. I love it. But he doesn't talk about any of that really. He's very nuts and bolts. This is what you do. You work hard at this. You do A, B, C, D, E over and over. You keep doing that and it will come true for you. You can do this. So I like the practicality of that. And that's appealing for people that don't necessarily buy into all of the law of attraction, visualizing stuff, which is a shame if you don't. You should check into that. But if you don't, this is totally practical stuff. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can do it, you can put the rubber to the road, or whatever that saying is. I screwed that one up, that's okay. So anyway, great read, short read, jam-packed with information. I would also say, if you can get the book, if you've never heard of Gary Vaynerchuck, and I hadn't seen him, you know, I only knew what he looked like by looking on the inside of the book jacket here. So I saw him, but I hadn't heard him talk, and he's got a whole big thing online, which I've now gone and seen. But I think it's better if you read the book first, because then you don't have that voice in your mind. But now that I'm saying that, you're going to go Google him, right? You're going to go see. That's fine. Go get the book. It's an incredible book. It's great if you're already into this and you know what you're doing, or if you're new and you have questions, you're not sure. Excellent, excellent resource. I recommend it to everybody, even people who aren't thinking about online stuff. I just think everybody needs to read this book. So have a great day. Please be sure to leave a comment if you read the book. I want to know what you think. If you're thinking about reading it, where might you buy it? I don't know. If you're thinking there's no way in hell I'm going to read the book, you know, I want to know that too, because that's interesting. So it's all good. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.